too. This is watch it very nice. Here they come.
It's not showing up on mine. I don't know. I don't get it.
Are you ready?
Let's do
7 o'clock. Let's rock. I'm Don.
And I'm Scott.
And we're talking real estate.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Don. I got an April Fool's joke for you.
Okay.
There are so many coronavirus jokes out there.
There are?
It's a pandemic.
Wow.
Pretty good, huh?
The next one better be better.
All right.
You got one
time.
more?
I do have one more.
Okay.
Why do they call it the novel coronavirus?
I have no idea.
It's a long story.
Ladies and gentlemen, you realize that we're realtors and we're not comedians, so we can't be very funny. At least not in that sense.
We do the best we can.
We do the best we can, so bear with us. We're trying.
Don, why are you so dressed up?
I'm Don Lawrence. This is what I do.
Oh.
Why are you so casual?
I'm Scott Bergeron.
3, 2, 1.
April
Fools! All right, so let's get this thing done the right way.
Get back to
business. Get this damn thing off me, because you know I don't wear a suit coat. Get this tie off. I'll wear it like this the whole damn show. That's what we're going to do. Are you ready now? Let's try it again.
I don't know about that.
I'm Scott.
And I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got a great show for you today. Okay? We know that you're stuck in the house, that you're only going out for groceries and doing all those little bitty things, and it sucks. So we want to do this for you. We want to take you to a place as far as the worst thing you do is stay at home with your own thoughts all the time. So we've got a list of 10 things that we think can help you. There's something else you can do. All right, Don, what do you think?
It's pretty boring right now, and it gets really tedious.
This is okay.
Tedious at home all day. So being even with your family kind of gets a little boring. So.
Yeah, or you're stir crazy, or people are driving you crazy.
Absolutely. So we came up with 10 things that you can do. And yeah, I'm sure you've heard of some of these, but number one is connect with people. This is a hugely important one. Call somebody, reach out to them. They're just as bored as you are. Feel free to, give them just even saying hi will make a big difference.
Absolutely. So, Don, I got time for a story?
I always have a Scott Bergeron. I'm always ready for a Scott Bergeron.
All right, so I think I'm a super technology guy these days. So I go, okay, I'm going to organize a Facebook group of 40-some people joining, right? So I go, okay, let's go on Facebook Messenger or FaceTime or whatever, and let's do a call. Okay? Buddy of mine that I work with goes, hey, you can only do 8 people on that, right? My wife said, I don't think she knows what she's talking about. I know what I'm talking about. So we got all these people together. 8 people could FaceTime and video, and the rest of the people are like, we can't get in. What the hell? So that's my thing. So if you're going to use the good stuff, the word on the street right now is Zoom. Zoom left, Zoom right, Zoom everywhere. People in real estate are Zooming, kids are Zooming. People are Zooming all over the place. So use Zoom. Okay? Zoom's the move. Zoom is the move. All right? Number 2, make a ridiculous list. Okay? Make a ridiculous list. I put out a list down of 100 ridiculous things. Now, some of it's as simple as taking a shower every day, which I get. All right? Some of it's as hard as painting the living room. But I do not want to be sitting idle for very long. I was cleaning up dog poop and doing all kinds of stuff.
Tell me you take a shower every day.
I do.
All right.
But it's just, I wanted to get a couple easy ones there. Every one of them can't be hard as hell.
Oh, there you go. There's a good way to get a win, right? Take a shower. That's a win.
So Lisa Boyce is telling us you can only use 8 on Facebook, and that's true. That is the best. Jim Boyce, this is how it is, buddy. We start out role reversing for April Fools, and now we're getting crazy. Kevin Zerke in the house.
All right, so next one is purge. Number 3 is purge. Get rid of stuff, especially old clothes, maybe winter clothes that you haven't used all winter. Maybe it's time to get rid of them. Take them to Goodwill. Take them to St. Vincent de Paul. Clean out the closet.
Yeah, so...
Really simple thing to do, and it's a thing on the list.
You want the key words? When you purge, you want the key words?
What's the key word to that?
The key words are Facebook and free. If you Facebook and say free, people come flying, okay? I gave away 2 things yesterday. I gave away an old TV, and I gave away a chest of drawers. The chest of drawers, the lady that ticket that's spoken for, did it in like 34 seconds, okay? The TV, the people came in their car, they were 15 minutes there, they got the TV and then took the hell off. So if you want to get rid of something, Facebook free, but do it appropriately. I left it on the porch. I said, hey, I'm not coming near you, coronavirus. So we had to do it appropriately. So Facebook and free.
So 16 minutes, you got rid of 2 things.
Absolutely,
Wow,
absolutely. I was purging like, I got clothes in the car. I got extra clothes and stuff because I'm putting on some weight Corona time. So number 4 is one-way media. Consume one-way media. Here's what that means. Okay, it means stuff that only comes to you and you consume it and that's it. Not back and forth social media stuff like music, like movies, like books. There's a place called List Challenge that I use that's got all kinds of lists you can try to do. I did the Marvel Universe last week. It was hard, but I got it done. So definitely one-way media.
It's a good thing. Number 5 is a new skill. Learn a new skill. YouTube is really good for that. There's a lot of things on there. Just search new skills, and you'll be surprised some of the things that will come up. Maybe even things you never even thought about. You might want to try.
Yeah, but Don, here's the thing. It can't be me involved with any kind of tools because I am not handy. Like if I use a screwdriver, I could screw drive something through a wall. So it can't be a tool related thing. It's got to be something else.
You got all your digits?
I have all my fingers and toes,
well,
yes.
So don't use a saw?
No, really? Are you trying to hurt somebody? Are you trying to get 911 going? Really? No. So learn a new skill. That's a good one. I picked this one up from another realtor. Watch comedians on YouTube. It's time for some laughs. You are in the house and that kind of stuff all the time, so get some comedians going. If you got Sirius Radio, throw on a comedian and listen to some funny stuff. We need some laughs.
There's some good funny comedians on
Kenny Ciantar in the house. David Barkoff, I see you, boy.
Number 7 is go for a walk or run. I mean, you're probably doing it anyways because you have to get out of the house, but make sure you do it. Try to do it every day if you can. Even if it's raining now.
Not a run, buddy.
There's a good reason.
A walk. So we got 30 days.
Walk,
we got 30 days of dog walking going on in April.
There you go.
Shadow went on his first walk today. 30 days of dog walking. So that's what. Bring back the board game. That's number 8. Okay. I love personally. We played this dumbass game when my kids were smaller called Pie in the Face, and it was like Russian roulette with like little pie things, but it was funny as hell. So get out the board games or donate them.
Another thing is number 9, video games.
Hang on a sec. So I just want to shout out to my man Zach that said, I'm laughing right now, we're comedians. Yes, if you want to throw some change our way, we take all change. You want to throw some spare change at us, all right?
Well, we don't have any stand-up shows scheduled anyways yet, so right.
We don't have any more coronavirus jokes either.
That will never happen again.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So what do you got, number 9?
Number 9 is video games. Get an old retro Nintendo out, new Xbox, whatever the case may be, and just it's okay to do that, especially in these times.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about it. Don't feel
I am not a
about
huge video game person. Okay, I'm like a River Raid, freaking Pac-Man kind of person from Atari. But our lender friend, Mike McLaughlin, he threw this game out to me called Age of Empires that we used to play a long time ago. So I'm gonna try it. We'll see. We'll see.
Well, there's other things. Video games on your iPad, on your phone. There's other types of games. It doesn't have to be a video game. It could be.
Don, I want you to attest to something really quick because my sister Julie Long is watching now, and she's very serious about breaking down all fun. So we measure it 6 feet apart, right?
Yeah.
Julie Long, we're 6 feet apart, just so you know. Okay, we measured it out because I know you're thinking about that right now. We are 6 feet apart. All right. So number 10 on the list, the one that sucks the most, but the one that you're probably doing the most, is the cleaning. Okay? My yard doesn't have one damn leaf on it. There's no dog poop in the backyard. It's crazy. My neighbors are looking at me like, did somebody else move in? Like they can't understand what's going on around my house.
You own her.
That's right. They're like, did they sell the house and we don't know? This guy's doing a lot of stuff outside.
Who's that guy? Who's that guy? We've never seen him.
So folks, we just wanted to do our part to help you as far as, because we know people are going crazy. So we thought that 10-thing list, there's some goofy stuff on there that we threw together. Hopefully that helps you. And now we'll get to the real deal, the real estate stuff. Okay?
Okay.
So number 2 on our list is get ready for conventional. And Don, tell us what that means.
And what we're talking about on that is FHA. FHA is maybe having a little some issues with possibly the FHA mortgages coming up soon. So
yeah,
just preparing you for it. It's not that it's at the end of the world type of thing, but there could be some issues there.
Yeah, so I got this from the lender, Mike McLaughlin mentioned this to me. He told me this like last week. Because in that stimulus thing, and again, folks, we're not experts, okay? We're just telling you what we hear, because we like to be honest with you.
And it's changing on a daily basis.
That's the other part. It's like you don't know what the hell tomorrow. So as of now, there's no prop-up funding for FHA, for the FHA. So you're probably going to have to go conventional more often than not.
And that's what I want to talk about a little bit. Is
yeah. So tell us the difference. Let's start there.
FHA and conventional.
Yeah, start there.
On an FHA, one of the reasons for it is it's a lower down payment, and the credit scores you're more lenient on credit scores. You need a 580 credit score. The down payment's 3.5%, and the closing costs are a little bit more than that. You would add under that as well. So it's a really good program for people that are first-time buyers, or people that might have had credit issues. A conventional loan, you have to have a 660 credit score or higher. There is a 5%. Typically, it starts off at 5% minimum down payment, but they do have a 3%.
I've seen 3 before. Yeah.
Come across that every now and then. So conventional has to have a higher credit score, a little bit more money down payment, but sometimes you get a little less.
Yeah.
Depends.
So,
really
Don, think about this for a minute. It's just funny because I said 580 credit score out loud about FHA to somebody, and they like almost crap their pants because you don't think about it. That's a tougher credit score, but with what's going on, that's going to change. You're going to start shifting toward conventional.
Yeah,
I think
it might. We don't know that, but FHA is it's a federal government. It's backed by the federal government. They're pretty big in it, so they don't like losing mortgages.
No, they definitely don't.
They'll figure something out, but it may be with what's going on. It may be a little while before that happens.
Yeah. So if you're planning on buying a house at some point soon, again, everybody's financial situation is different, right? Some people are in a good position right now. Some people aren't. If you're planning on buying a house, you're probably looking to go conventional. That's probably what's going to end up happening. So that's kind of where that's at. Okay.
But the mortgage rep, when you meet with them, they'll explain all that to you, your options.
Yeah. And again, next week we might be telling you, hey, we're full of it because they did this to prop it up or something. So as we get more information, we'll let you know that.
Okay. I think you pretty much got the
Yeah, we're good there. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go on next stop. Next one, market spotlight is Farmington Hills this week.
Farmington Hills. Ooh, man, moving on up.
Oakland County. What do you think about that, Scott?
So I like it. Farmington Hills, Oakland County. It's the second wealthiest county in the country. Oakland County is. It's right on the tip there, right on the edge, So I think it's a cool thing. And folks, do this for us while you're watching. We see lots of folks popping in that. Tell us what city you're in the comments right now. Tell us what city you're watching from, because we'd like to have at least an idea of where most of our viewers are at. So because we want to reach out and go to different places and look at different stuff. So right now, tell us what city you're watching from. I'll kind of keep an eye on the comments to see where that's at.
Okay, so active, currently on the market, homes, single-family homes, 96 single-family homes, 26 condominiums.
Okay.
And the price ranges for all that ranges from $90,000 up to $1.8 million.
You go 90,000 to 1.8 million. That's a pretty big range.
In between, it is.
Yeah.
In between.
And folks, like we always tell you, the key to telling where the market is at is the pendings and the sold. So pendings were at 73 and 19. So what it looks like is there's still more actives out there, which is I wasn't thinking that was going to happen. Right? I was going to think there was going to be lots of homes out there, but there's more actives right now than pending. So there's more houses out there to look at.
There's 120 total properties on the market.
Clinton Township, I like it. As like I said, tell us what town you're or what city you're watching from, so we can have a better idea of how to adjust the show to you each week. So in the comments right now, throw us what city you're watching from.
And on the sold, in the last 30 days, there were 46 homes sold and 12 condominiums.
All right, so let's kind of analyze that for a second, right? So the pendings and the actives are still higher than the solds, right? So there's still stuff going on in the market, which is good.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's a good thing. I mean, like, I was getting a little nervous. I was afraid nothing was going to start coming up in the market, but the actives and the pendings are both higher, so that's a good thing.
There's still a lot of houses here, and there's a big, vast range, so if you're a buyer in that market.
Yeah. Another thing to throw in the comments, folks, is this. What town would you like us to do a city spotlight for? And Don and I kind of talked about this. We can't do it now because of coronavirus, but we're thinking about maybe doing the show, either doing the show from that town, like a restaurant in that town or something, or getting food in from that somewhere famous in that town. So what we'll do is we'll pick the next town, next city for next week. We'll put it out there to folks and tell us your favorite place to eat in that town. And maybe we can't do it again. We can't do it next week, but as the coronavirus thing settles down, because we want to get food. Everybody likes to see good food and hear about good food. So we figure we throw that in there as an extra bonus, right?
So we'll be talking about real estate and possibly food, huh?
How about indigestion? Are we talking about indigestion?
No, we're going to all go to good restaurants. Good food. It's going to be good food.
So, folks, let me stop for a second. Do you have any questions, any real estate related questions? We got through 2 or 3 more topics, but we're always good with answering questions. We want to make sure it's a very feedback orientated place. Berkeley in the house, Big Brownstown. I see Westland over there. So if you have questions, throw some questions out, the things you're curious about and or you want to know about, and we'll do the best we can to answer with what we know. So whatever questions you got. But we're going to keep going on with the show as that goes. So that was our next topic, sir.
Our next topic is number 3. Our topic number 3 is when you're thinking about downsizing, what are some of the things you want to think about?
Yep. So, guys, I kind of put this in the mix, downsizing, because I would bet you that I bet about a third of my business so far this year has been people downsizing for different reasons. I can think of just 2 or 3 off the top of my head right now of people downsizing. Okay, and I kind of want to, huh?
That's good. That's pretty.
So let's talk about what you think about, why you do it, those kind of things. The biggest question you got to ask yourself if you're downsizing is stairs or no stairs, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the biggest thing, because a lot of times it's folks in a later part of life, right? And they want the ranch. They want the ranch with the laundry on the first floor. Yeah. That's what they want, right? So most times when I get downsized questions or downsized people or downsized buyers, or sellers or buyers, they're looking at, I want a ranch.
Yep.
You got to understand that most times your ranch is going to be more expensive than your bungalow. Mm-hmm. Even if you're in the same city, most times your ranch is going to be more expensive.
Yeah. Most people prefer a ranch.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Yeah. So
that's where you're at this stage in life. Your stage in life depends.
Yeah.
When you have a growing family, you probably want to be in a colonial because you have more bedrooms on the second floor. So.
Right. So the second thing that you want to think about when you're talking downsizing stuff is you got to start to figure out what you're going to do with all your stuff. What are you going to do with all your stuff? So when we just talked about purging in the last thing. You got to figure out what stuff's important to you and what stuff is not. I get that a lot, that folks are like, we're going to downsize, and then they're like all frantic about what stuff what am I going to keep? We can't, all stuff won't fit here. Yeah, you're right. Your stuff won't fit in somewhere because you're downsizing, right? Your stuff won't fit somewhere because you're downsizing. So that's got to be something you got to start making peace with. I want to keep this. I don't want to keep this. I want to keep this. This is an heirloom. I don't want to keep this. So that's an honest conversation that even your realtor's going to have with you. I've had it a couple times with folks that you're not bringing everything with you unless you're throwing it in storage. Does that make sense?
It does. So you can give the things away that you don't want. Have an estate sale, which a lot of people have an estate sale.
Yeah.
And you can still generate some income from that and be able to help with the move.
Yeah, definitely. That's a definite thing.
And sometimes it takes a while for you to go through all that stuff. And so if you're not thinking about doing it this year, maybe in the near future, next handful of years, you're going to want to start thinking about that when you're looking at things. I should clean that area up, declutter some of that.
Declutter. So my cousin Carolyn, she says no stairs for her. Hey, you live in a McMansion, the most gorgeous place in the state of Michigan, so you have no stairs. I know. I love you.
So another thing is, one of the reasons why people don't want to move, downsize, is cleaning a big house, keeping that and a big lot, keeping it maintained. It takes more time and energy.
Well, again, so let's walk this back again. So then, if you started out having a family in a big house, right, 2-level, big home that you got to clean all the time. If it's just you and your husband or wife, and you're yelling across, hello, 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 and you hear echoes and stuff like that, it's time to downsize. If you're sitting across each other at a table and you're, 6 feet, you're 26 feet from somebody, that might be time to downsize. So that's something definitely to think about. The last positive from it is a lot of folks have lots of equity at this point in time. I mean, they've had their home for a while, they have lots of equity in that. And that can kind of start to ease you up. Like I had one client that came to us and said, we want our retirement years to be enjoyable. We don't want to be paying a house payment. We want to kind of work to, you know, have a home where we can stay and not have to worry about a house payment. So it's I mean, again, when you're downsizing, there's lots of positives to it. At the same time, there's lots of things you got to think through if you're planning on doing that.
Absolutely. And when you downsize, hopefully you
My
can end up
sister.
without a mortgage.
So my sister goes, move your damn chair. You're still not 6 feet apart. Yes, I promise you, we're 6 feet apart. I promise. I promise you.
Okay, so in the last part of this downsizing, maybe you want to be closer to your loved ones. Think about it.
So again, and I'm using this from a personal example. I had somebody who wanted to be close to their loved ones, and they legitimately do, okay? But I want you to think about this for a minute. Do you really want to make a move your whole home existence somewhere close to your family so you can see them all the time? You got to think about that for a minute, okay? I love my mom, I do. But I can promise you, I could never live like around the block from her. I couldn't do that. She would drive me insane, all right? That would be way crazy.
Is your mom out here watching this?
She probably is. For those of you who don't know, my mom is my assistant, so I'm just giving her some grief. No, so things you can do during this coronavirus time, call your loved one that you want to be close to every single day for a week or 10 days. See if that works. And a lot of people do, okay? But go and sit on their porch and talk to them through the window or something like that every day for a week. See if that's something you need. Because again, you're uprooting your whole life, moving close to a loved one. And it works for some people it doesn't work for.
Once you're there, you're going to be there for a while. So you got to make sure you make that right decision.
Right, right. So there's positives. Let's recap a little bit. So positives, you don't have to clean as much. You can use some of the equity kind of to settle your estate down a little bit.
Not have more.
No stairs. Carolyn, hear that? No stairs. I know you have too many stairs, right? In that big, huge house of yours.
Be closer to loved ones.
So Lisa Boyce, our office manager, is like, I love Chris. So do I. I love her too, Lisa. But I don't know if I can live any closer than I do to her right now. All right, Don. So what else you got for us today?
All right. So topic number 4.
Yeah.
Big projects. Finishing big projects.
So
Sometimes things are incomplete. What do you do? And
I guess here's what because I always tell people, like, if they're planning on moving, I say don't spend a bunch of money moving, okay? But right now is a weird time because you have a lot of time. So maybe it's time to kind of, on a budget, to take on some of those bigger projects.
finish them off. Or
Yeah.
finish them off. Something
So
you
like,
yeah.
I am not a big painter. The painting is not in my repertoire, okay? Dancing and stuff like that, and being goofy, that is. But painting is not. But I'm gonna, listen, I can do the wave, all right?
All right, we're going to see that after.
Yeah, I don't know about that. So I am gonna paint my living room while this coronavirus thing is going on.
What color?
I'm gonna probably go with that city or that subway car gray. I like that look.
Okay.
I like that look a lot. So I'm gonna paint my living room probably within the next week or so.
Is that on that list? That
Yep,
ridiculous
yep,
list?
yep, it is. So that might take me more than just a week to do.
So next week we're going to talk about that.
So for you guys, think about this: touch up a room with some paint. I mean, like look at your house and decide a room maybe you want to paint. That's a big project for a lot of people. People like me who are home improvement challenged.
I like the way you turn it.
Absolutely, home improvement challenge.
Even if you just do the trim, change the color of the trim or freshen it up, because sometimes it gets beat up from hands touching it when you're going to another room. That's just a minor thing that makes a big difference.
So I had a client who closed 2 weeks ago now. They went from Brownstown to Sumter, and there's yellow in the house, and the yellow was just driving her insane. So she painted it was like grease lightning. I was like, I never seen somebody paint so fast. Like she was done in like 2 days. So hopefully, if you're watching and talking about you, kiddo, so that's that.
I think when you see a woman, if she doesn't like that color, it's going to go pretty quick. Somebody's going to be painting that.
Yes,
They're not
somebody.
gonna,
I like how you phrase that. Somebody's going to be painting.
They're not going
No,
to
but
be
in
around
this
for
case,
too long.
she painted it. In this case, she's like, "It's yellow. It's going to go." I'm like, "Yes, it will. You're good for you." So I want to touch one, but it goes against my cardinal rules a little bit, and that's the finishing your basement. Okay, I had a client in Dearborn Heights who sent me gorgeous pictures today. They finishing their basement. Now they started a little bit before this thing, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. I mean, gorgeous. Like you just go, like your eyes just fall back in your head. So I kind of want to revise what I usually tell people about not spending a bunch of money. There's a couple places you can spend some money. And see, that bothers me. The remodel thing bothers me a little bit. But if you're smart about it, if you're very smart about what you do, finished basements are nice, right?
They help.
Kitchens,
Absolutely.
bathrooms, those three things, really, they can draw somebody to a home. But again, I'm always going to still stick with, be careful how much you spend, because it's not going to specifically equate to money coming back.
Yeah, but if you're doing it for yourself and for your family and your lifestyle, it'll be worth every penny.
Yeah, so that's definitely, okay,
You know,
so that's definitely the important one, that you're doing it for your own enjoyment, sure.
For your own
For resale value, those things draw people. Finished basement, kitchen, bathroom, they do draw people, but you gotta just be aware that you're not gonna, the dollar values are not gonna be, well, I'm gonna list my house for this much more because I paid this much more for it. That's not how it works.
Or don't do it within a year and then sell your house. Have to sell your house within a year after you spend $20,000-$30,000 on something.
Yeah.
Your house is not going to be worth $20,000-$30,000 more than the neighbors in most cases.
So I want to touch a couple more, but I want to touch on this one. And we kind of tipped you off this last week. Was it last week? About curb appeal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I see so many people outside doing outside work. It looks awesome. Like the entire southeast of Michigan is looking better from the outside. Like every day this thing goes on. So definitely clean up the yard, get the new shrubs in, those kind of things. So those are good things. Yeah.
And it's not even that green outside yet.
No.
You already notice.
Yeah, it'll start popping. It'll start popping soon
I mean,
enough.
I'm seeing buds on trees and stuff. So spring. We're in spring right now, so it's very close.
Any other big project stuff?
How about cleaning your windows and window treatments?
Yeah, that's not a bad one. So
Pretty simple, easy thing to do. Doesn't cost a lot. Just a little elbow grease, and when you look out to the dingy skies or the blue skies, hopefully tomorrow, you can see them clear.
So I'll tell you this one. So a friend of mine from the east side sent a picture of the sun out, and in the west side of Detroit area, Metro Detroit area, it has been dingy for days now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So could you please share some of that light with us, please?
Please.
So any other big project stuff to do?
Tell about you installing sliding bar.
Oh, so yeah, so one of the things, those folks that did that basement, and we still are seeing these a lot, like it's still a hot thing.
Pretty popular, yeah.
Right, it's those barn doors. I mean, again, I set one up about a month and a half ago now, where they had barn doors everywhere, which was ridiculous. But they had one tastefully done sliding barn door, like with a slider up here. Those are cool. Like those are still in. I mean, I have a listing that's pending in Westland. The lady that did one of the bedrooms like that. It looks very cool.
Yeah.
That's definitely still a hot thing.
Yeah. It's like an accent. It's like an accent piece.
Yeah. P. Lubis in the house. What's going on? Brooklyn King. I'm telling you, all kinds of people watching the on.
All right, so I think that's about it on the big project.
Yeah.
So, coronavirus.
Yeah, so guys, I want to talk. We try not to touch this that much because we know you're inundated with it already. The coronavirus thing is making everything change daily, like every profession and things like that. So I want to come a little more full circle to something that I said last week. I want to kind of update it a little bit. I said that I would have a hard time having somebody buy a house without being in it, without just seeing the pictures. And I know my cousin said she sold her house, even on here, she sold her house to somebody from Europe or whatever. And I said I would have a hard time with somebody buying a house, because we can make pictures look great. Professional photographers make it look great, right? So, but now here's where it's getting sticky for me, and being in the business now, is I got some clients who have a home pending. They've already got an offer on their house accepted, and now they gotta find a place. Like I had a lady last night say, "Look, I gotta find something. we're just gonna look at what my pick because we still can't show anything. Like the state board is saying you can't show stuff. So Danny Evans, Coach Evans in the house. Sorry about that. You can't show stuff. So you're almost gonna have to go by pictures, right?
Well,
so what are you thinking?
I think you can do a virtual tour. You can go in there yourself.
I can't go at all. But it's got to be the seller or something.
Or the seller. Have the seller can do a virtual tour on their phone if they're willing to do it. If they want to sell their house, they're going to do it. And that's the whole thing of what we're trying to say is that some people have put things on hold, but there's still a lot of people that have to move, and they're making the move. We're figuring it out. We don't know exactly what it's going to look like in a week or 2 weeks from now. But right now, things will be selling, and people are trying to figure ways around this. And being Americans, we're very innovative, and we still have a lot of things going on, and we're trying to figure this out as well. So, this is not the end of the story. Things are going to still continue happening.
So this is, I saw this on Facebook the other day. It said that the amount of divorces is going to go up because people have to be with their spouses together. So that's going to cause a boom in the market too. No, not really. I'm making light of that. But folks, think about this though. What was been driving this market for the last 2 years,
if not more,
is low inventory. Okay, so I'll give you an example. Jim in our office, I heard this yesterday. We met at our sales meeting yesterday, and he said
on Zoom.
On Zoom. It was on Zoom left, Zoom right, Zoom whichever which way. Yeah. So he put a house on the market Friday.
Friday.
So it was during this thing, and he got not only an offer, he got multiple offers from people just looking at pictures, and I want that house. So here's what
and sold.
Right.
Got an accepted offer.
Right. So, and he had backup offers too. So here's what people are doing now, is they're using a 48-hour contingency that says within 48 hours, this offer is contingent on us actually walking the house 48 hours after this ban is lifted, where people can actually go in and see, right? So that's kind of what people are doing now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I have a couple clients who I might mention this to them. I don't know yet. I'm still kind of playing around with it, but people still have to move. People still want to move. So I think once this ban lifts, you're going to see a lot of activity. Okay, I know the FHA thing is going to be a little goofy, but I think there'll be some. I would think they're not going to let that suffer.
I don't think so either.
I think that's again, this is a day-to-day thing. Right?
It's a big deal. So,
but I think there's still, you're going to see what usually is the spring. I think it's going to come around to like the summer.
Yeah.
Like usually, and this is how I always look at it. Like after the 4th of July, things die down, right? Because people are going on vacation in July and stuff.
Enjoying the summer, yeah.
Right. So I think now what's going to happen is it's going to start to move things back some.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
From here, but then it's going to speed it up in the summer. It's going to it's going to be crazy, I think, during the summer.
Right.
I really do. So,
and I think so. I don't think we're being fanciful by saying summer or we'll be through with this thing. I mean, I'm not. Again, I know it changes every day. I get that. I'm not making light of it, but I think when this thing does kind of settle down, I think you're going to see tons of activity in the market again.
Yeah.
So folks that are worried, folks that are thinking about moving, use this time to get ready, clean stuff up, get things where they're supposed to be. Do those type of things. What do you think?
I'm ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, we
got it.
So folks, here's what we're going to do. We're going to try to figure out the city spotlight for next week, but we'd love for you to post comments and tell us where you'd like it to be next week. We did Farmington so far. We did what else? Livonia, St. Clair Shores.
We did Brownstown,
Woodhaven. I think Canton. Did we do Canton too?
Canton. I don't know. I don't remember.
So just put a bunch of comments in. Where would you like us to do the city spotlight next week?
We do have plenty of them. We'll figure one out. That's not a big deal.
Yeah.
We want to know we want some of your input. And just let us know. We have no problem with it.
And as you can see, we're going to do it out here in the backyard. We're going to do the show wherever we have to do it. This is going to go on every Wednesday. All right. So if you want to come back and take your mind off things for a while, we'll be here. All right. We love you guys.
And we promise no more jokes.
Yeah, no more. You no more jokes. I'm good at jokes. I'm funny. Those were terrible.
Well, next week you got to bring the jokes.
Listen, he did not share those jokes beforehand with me either. All right. All right. So we love you guys. And I'm Scott.
And I'm Don.
And we're talking real estate.